Hi, welcome to episode 2 of the Formula of Alignment. This week we will be talking about the formula for flow state, how to get in flow state and stay in flow state. Even through all your adversities, you will not be perfect. You will sometimes fall down, but long as you get back up and you remember this formula, you can stay. In the more that you practice it, the longer and the easier it will be to stay in flow state. So what is the formula? The formula is emotional regulation. State of flow is 3 to 4 things. It's feeling safe, giving yourself permission to feel safe, staying in the present moment, and reminding ourselves that we are not in a rush. We're doing things on our own time. We are not in survival mode. Why this formula matters? Because flow cannot exist in survival mode. When you feel unsafe, when you out of your body, when you're not in your body, when you're not present with yourself, either one or two things that happen. You either go into flight and fight or freeze. Neither one of those are healthy for your nervous regulation system. It is not healthy to always feel like you need to be on a run or just to lay there and let yourself ride away. And I know it's not easy. I've been in this state so many times. But when you practice being in a state of flow more often and doing it with intention, it's easier to bounce back from being in survival mode, realizing when you are in survival mode, and giving yourself permission to come out of survival mode, no matter the circumstances. When should you use the formula of flow? You're voicing something. When you feel like, so say, take it that you, because a lot of times we perform out of ego, out of thinking we should, out of letting other people in the world tell us when we should, how we should, what time. Society is full of different standards that you're actually not supposed to hold yourself to. So when you feeling forced, like you're going towards a job opportunity that does not align with you, that you know may put you in like harm's way, mentally, physically sometimes, emotionally, you can back up, be present, and say, okay, what do I need now? Or if you get in that situation, find your state of flow. Stay present, assess the situation, and figure out what can I do right now to make this work until I get into the next step or the next phase. When you're feeling burnt out or overwhelmed, is the perfect time to put yourself in a state of flow. Be okay. Be okay with resting, especially if you've been going hard for a while and you've been sprinting. Sometimes it hits us like bricks. It feels like, oh, I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. Oh, I need to get back up and do this. Your body is telling you, no, I need to rest. So when I actually do get back up, I'm able to sprint and go with more momentum. A lot of times I've had problems with being in a state of flow when my body needs rest. I've been a person who feels like if I'm not moving every second, every minute, then I'm not moving towards my goal. But that's not true. Actually, when you give your body and your brain time to rest, you come up with better ideas a lot of times. It gives you a chance to step back and see the bigger picture. You see what you can do different in certain circumstances, or sometimes you just need to sit back and say, whew, okay, I did it. I did a damn thing with that. I did a great job. Also, sometimes when things feel just heavy, you need a day or two just to do flow, to do what your body and your mind feels like is right. If it's, only give yourself a few days though in this. Don't never, well, I'm not gonna say don't never. Do not sit in heaviness for too long. Heaviness will drag you down if you sit in it for too long. But we are human, so sometimes we just need the space and the time to either grieve, to clear our energy. When you do sit in that state of flow, think about what can I do right now to release any built up heaviness. Think about it and then do it. Take some rest. Sometimes that's all we need is just to lay there. Sometimes all we need is to cry. Sometimes all we need is to journal. Sometimes all we need is a good comedy, romance. It's going to make us laugh. There are some tools you can use when you feel like you've been knocked out of the state of flow, or just to get in the state of flow. If you feel like, oh, I'm not yet into it, these are some tools. So number one is removing a sense of urgency. You are right where you need to be. Remind yourself. Now, if you know that you're slacking off or something, or usually you're not slacking off. There's a blockage there. So just understand that there's a blockage. Understand you're right where you need to be, and remove urgency from many things, from tasks, from a lot of things. I didn't say don't keep a structure, don't set a deadline, but remove the sense of urgency, because urgency brings a feeling of anxiety for a lot of us. Number 2 is to breathe. There's been a lot of situations where I could have went left. We all had those times, those moments, those situations where we feel like we're about to go left, and flow is out the window, and full chaos can ensue. Take your time and breathe. Regulate your breath. Regulate yourself. Do some nervous system regulation exercises. I'm going to have a video coming up on a few nervous system regulation exercises. I promise I'll get that out. 3 is being okay with not being perfect. Just starting. A lot of times when you're trying to be perfect, you're never going to get there. But if you just start and you just hop in, flow will take over that whole entire project, that whole entire system. Write a few small things down and start. And a reason it's best to start is because that's when your momentum is the highest and your flow just keeps going and going. That's when your ideas are the freshest. That's when things won't be perfect, but that's the beauty in it. Things have time to evolve. Evolution is a beautiful part of every process. So when you just start organically and you let things flow, it won't feel all boxy or like people can tell or anything. The universe itself, remember, we are all part of the universe, and we're just feeding data and echoing back into ourselves. And that's a whole nother video. But things cling more, or I think the word I'm looking for is align. Things align more when you let things move with flow. And adjust when needed. If you started off and you were able to keep up at a certain pace, that's fine, that's good. But if there's ever a time when you're not, that's on a workout journey or a fitness journey or a health journey, that's on a mindfulness journey, you don't have to have a cookie cutter. And that's a lot of times when we mess up. We think we need the right circumstances, the right time, the right place to let flow happen or to get things done. Or we think once we put these things in action, then flow will come. No, flow comes first and everything else works around it. Other things that you can use to help induce the state of flow is water. The sound of running water. Put on some meditation music with water flowing in the background. Really set your intention of what you want to do. Get you a paper, get you a candle, a white candle, light your candle, burn your incense. Really think about, what do I need? Hanging up photos of currents, of waves crashing into the shoreline, or a picture of a stream or a river running. Water is a perfect element of flow, because that's all it does. That's literally, water embodies the state of flow. And the art of focusing with adaptability and accountability, but no pressure. Learn how to focus and be adaptable, but don't put such a strict box around yourself, because things happen. And that's how we get out of the state of flow, thinking everything has to be perfect, everything has to be da-da-da. No, go for it, do it. This week, I want you to ask yourself, what does ease look like for you? Really sit with you. Only you know this. Only you can answer this. Sit by yourself for a minute in a quiet place. As quiet as you can get it. I understand everybody's lifestyle is different and everybody's circumstances is different. But find you a space, a time, a moment, and really sit with yourself in the back of your mind, even if it's right before you go to sleep, and just say to yourself, what would ease look like for me right now? And the affirmation you can say daily while listening to your meditation music, when you feel like you're getting a little overwhelmed, when you feel like you're having anxiety, when you feel like you're about to feel yourself starting to force towards something that's not aligned with you, when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel heavy, when you feel dragged down. Ease is safe for me. I trust myself. I trust my rhythm. I trust the process of life. I trust that I will reach my destiny. So I would like to thank you for aligning with flow with me today, this week. And as we go forward, be mindful of flow, embody flow this week. And I'll see you back next Monday on Formula of Alignment.